What's up, guys? Welcome to Revline's Fat Loss Facts. So I'm Corey from Revline. I'm here with Julian and Nelson, and today we're going to go through some of your questions, everything fat loss and fitness related. So we'll get started here with the first question. Is why is training in a group better than training one-on-one?
So for me, my experience, I'd say training in a group has a lot of benefits. If you're an experienced exerciser, training with your peers and having coaches there to help you and push you is a great benefit of training in a group. Training one-on-one can be beneficial for people who are more sedentary or have less experience and need more attention from a coach.
Yeah, I mean, I think training on one-on-one is beneficial, like Julian said. Helps the coach focus on the individual, help them get their form right, and make sure they do things properly. Having a group setting, it's a lot more energy. Everyone feeds their energy off each other, and it just creates a really good experience and a fun workout at the same time.
Yeah, absolutely. Training in a group, you can't beat the motivational factor, right? Everybody's moving, everybody's working together with the music going, the coach being able to coach. It's just especially it's proven that like for females, group training is a lot more beneficial in terms of like results, in terms of their mood, in terms of everything like that. We feed off each other.
Great.
Right? It's like if I'm having a down day and it's one-on-one training, then I might not push as hard, but you might lift up my mood.
That's right.
Right? You come in, like you're in a good mood, you had a good day, I want to hear about it. All of a sudden, what happened during my day doesn't matter. We're here about the workout, you push me and I'll push you. And we feed off each other. Right? Yeah. All right. So, second one is, what is a healthy amount of weight to lose weekly?
So here at Revline, 2 to 3 pounds a week is usually what we set our standards for. Someone who's been really sedentary and who's really overweight may be able to lose more weight in a week safely, but we suggest 2 to 3 pounds a week is generally a good guideline.
Yeah, absolutely. 2 to 3 pounds. You don't want to lose too much more than that because then you're playing with your metabolism and your resting metabolic rate, which over time can be really detrimental to your health, right? So you start eating less, you're going to lose a lot of weight in a short amount of time, and then you're going to hit a plateau. And then you're almost barely eating throughout the day, and you're not losing any weight. And it's a matter of like short-term gain versus long-term benefit. Cool. Next question. What kind of music do you play at the gym?
2 Chainz!
I mean, we usually have our own, we play our own personal list. Normally, all of us, we like hip hop, so we usually play that. It just helps the coach get in the zone, helps us coach you better, because when we hear the music that we like and we enjoy, it lets us, help you better.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I agree totally. Especially for myself, you'll see me getting into it a little more. Keep our mood up, keep our spirits up while we're coaching, and give you guys a little taste of what we like when it comes to music.
Yeah, same. I mean, personally when I coach people, I play music that I like to listen to, which is hip hop. There's a few reasons for that. Is like I used to do it in terms of like, hey, let's play music that the clients like, but then it becomes a distraction. So instead of doing their class or pushing as hard, they're like singing and dancing during the class. Whereas if I'm playing music that I'm into, I'm more focused for you guys, for the client, right? And then not only that, but also like I play the same like 6 or 7 songs over and over and over, like every single class that I teach, but it's for a reason, right? People create auditory anchors, which they have an association with the song. So they hear the song and then they think about fitness, whether it's in the gym or outside. And then you come in, like let's say you come in on Monday, it's like, right? You know your spot, you're about to do squats, you know what song you're going to hear. And it puts you in that zone more, right? So that's pretty much why. And it just so happens that hip hop is a good kind of genre to work out to.
That's true.
Cool. Next up, what's more important for fat loss, strength training or circuits?
I personally, I like strength training. Helps, you get bigger of muscle mass. Muscle mass is extremely important for fat loss. You need to build strength in order to gain more muscle, right? So
Yeah. I mean, think about it easily, right? The amount of weight you have in your body doesn't necessarily mean that you're burning a lot of calories, right? If you have a high fat to muscle, then it's just a lot of extra weight that you're carrying around. As opposed to if you have a lot of muscle, lean muscle mass in your body, the amount of calories it does for your body to do the work, you will burn more of it, right? So strength training will increase your lean muscle mass as opposed to maybe just cardio, which will burn some fat, but you're not gaining any lean muscle mass for it, so you're actually not burning more calories from it.
That's right. We often say doing just cardio will kind of get rid of some fat loss, but you don't want to become skinny fat where you drop a bunch of weight and you're not really as tightened up. So here we definitely push the strength training to make sure that you do get some lean muscle mass on there as well.
However, whereas when we are doing our circuit trainings, we are doing high intensity interval training, right? So with that, you're also burning your metabolic rate is at its peak even after you work out. So you're still burning after a couple hours after you're done your workout. So it's still beneficial with that.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, it's not useless to do circuits and like conditioning. Like there's a huge benefit, not just like in terms of like fat loss, but also like cardiovascular. Right. Your heart's going. You're gonna have a lower resting heart rate.
Increase your VO2 max.
Yeah, increase your VO2 max, which all helps for fat loss, right? So the healthier you are, is the more calories it takes to your body to burn on like an everyday basis, and that's what you want. You want your muscles or your body composition to be high lean muscle and low fat, of course. Right. Cool. What's next? 5. What's the number one question you get asked on how to lose weight?
Can I eat ice cream and still lose weight? Yes, you can, but it has to be 10% of your total weekly intake.
How do you lose the fat here?
Yeah.
I mean, you can't isolate fat loss. Like you can't isolate this to lose fat just here. You just have to do. It's just your entire body, right? So
yeah, you can't spot.
Yeah, you can't spot fat loss.
You can't necessarily be like, hey, I want to lose fat here.
Yeah.
You can to a certain degree in terms of like hormonal approach to fat loss, but if you overcome your hormones, then it's a matter of like general fat loss, right? Yeah, I get pretty much the same questions. It's like, how do I like lose fat just here? Right? Or how do my legs not get so big? And it's just, it's a combination of training and nutrition. Obviously, it's a very general answer, but it's on an individual basis.
It's a trial and error for each individual. Some people will benefit more from taking fats away from their diets. Some people will benefit more from taking carbs away from their diets. And it's probably not always the same thing. You can't just cut out carbs for 2 months straight. It's not going to be feasible. You're not going to be able to keep doing it. So you check in with your coach, once a month and make sure that you're staying on track.
Yeah, exactly. And then what happens with a lot of girls that come in here, who don't strength train, they'll come and start doing strength training. They love doing legs. They love getting strong in their legs, and all of a sudden their jeans don't fit. And they're like, oh man, like what's going on? Well, did you change your nutrition? Well, not really, because, for whatever the reason is, like, hey, fine. So what happens is you built lean muscle mass, but you didn't burn the fat. Mm-hmm. So all of a sudden the circumference of your legs and your ass are bigger. So there's no wonder why your jeans don't fit, right? It's a combination of both. You can't out-train a bad diet. Right? Especially you can when you're just running outside, because you can almost out-train it because you'll just lose lean muscle mass and you'll lose weight and your pants will fit. This doesn't make you healthy. It comes down to like the skinny fat that we were talking about before, right? When you come in here and you actually get stronger, you're going to build lean muscle mass. If you don't burn the fat off with your nutrition, then obviously your pants are going to get bigger. What's next? The gym isn't open during the day, so what do you guys do all day?
I take frequent cat naps. No, I'm just kidding. We film a lot of content, just like we're doing right now. So every Tuesday we come in and shoot videos. We're often on Facebook promoting or keeping in contact with clients, keeping up our relationships there, and doing other things for the gym that need to be done that aren't while we're training.
Yeah. For myself, I do this part-time. I have a full-time job. I'm a business solutions consultant, so I do that during the day.
Yeah. And for myself, there's the gym part, then there's a whole other section outside. So we have a huge part of our being a member of the gym is not actually in the gym. So it's the online community that we created through our Facebook groups, through the app that's coming out, through the membership site that we're building, through all this stuff. And a lot of this stuff takes hours and hours of work behind the scenes that nobody kind of sees. That on top of traveling, right? So you just finished certification last weekend. I'm flying out. I'll be traveling, to New York next month for like different certifications. All this kind of adds up. So, the coaching is a big part of it, but during the day, it's a lot of like strategic stuff in terms of like, what's new stuff that we can do in terms of like filming content, in terms of like studying, all this kind of stuff. All right. How do I know what carbs are healthy and which ones aren't?
So, carbohydrates, you can have really refined things like white bread or soda pop, things like that, where they're getting more processed. It's going to be less healthy for you. There's not as much nutrients in it. They're getting taken out because of these processes. So you want to look at things like whole grains, things that aren't processed as much. Fruits are really good, fast digesting too, to give you energy right away, maybe an hour before you come in. Have a serving of fruit, and that's going to give you some good energy for your workout.
Yeah, healthy versus non-healthy carbs. It's situational, right? So there's a time to eat pasta, and there's a time to have like a sugary drink, right? If your energy is super low and you're working out, it's not the time to have pasta, it's time to have like an orange juice, right? To get that instant spike of energy.
Right.
So there's not really healthy or non-healthy. What happens is anything is unhealthy if you have too much of it. If you eat too much pasta, if you have too much sugar, it's just unhealthy, right? There's nothing wrong with having an ice cream. Like if I eat ice cream, I don't feel good, right? It's because I proportioned it in terms of, okay, I had this ice cream, which is unhealthy carbs, so I'm gonna lay off the pasta for the rest of the day, or not have the wine or have the beer, which is other kinds of carbs, right? So I think it's more like an educational thing for people, and get away from this is bad versus this is good, and more like look at it from a bird's eye point of view of like, hey, well, what is this actually doing to my body? Because at the end of the day, whether it's sugar or carbs turn into energy. They get broken down into sugar, turn into energy. If you have too much of it, it stores as fat.
That's right. Yeah.
Right? So you got to look at it from like different angles as well. 2 left. I have an old injury. What should I be doing? Should I be doing this exercise?
So a good answer I was taught while I was doing my schooling in fitness and health promotion is that if you have an old nagging injury, or when you go to work out, you feel a similar pain to when that injury happened, you should never keep going and go into the pain. If you had a nagging injury, you should always try your exercise, let your coach know. If it doesn't hurt, keep going. It's strain versus pain. There's a difference between I'm working hard, this is strenuous, and ouch, this is recreating the pain I hurt when I hurt my back.
Yeah, 100%. It comes down to discomfort versus pain, right? If it's like, oh, well, this hurts, like just because I'm sore, or because like you've done a bunch of them and like that lactic acid is building up, keep going. If it's actually painful to the point where it's like, okay, no, it actually hurts, even when I'm not doing a rep, then stop. And then it's a matter of getting it examined, figuring out exactly what it is. Because you could have an old injury that is just scar tissue, right? And you need to break through that scar tissue in order for it to heal properly, which has happened to me. Right? When my back got injured, it healed. I had a bunch of scar tissue, and it kind of had to break through the scar tissue to like repair itself. And it was discomforting, but it was necessary.
Right.
So,
also like proper form comes into it too, right? So if you're working out and you're not doing the right form, it's hurting, right? Obviously, you have the coaches here to teach you how to do the proper form. And if that's still hurting, right? You're still feeling that pain instead of the strain. Then obviously it's not the right exercise, and we can always give you a different one.
That's right. Yep. All right, last one, guys. So describe an ideal member.
Someone who doesn't complain.
Wow. Okay. Perfect.
Let's each take one, maybe. Let's each do
someone who's on time.
Nice.
Oh, you took mine. Somebody who motivates others. That's a big one. Especially the type of training that we have, the type of environment we have. You've got to be willing to help other people, not just yourself.
And we do have a lot of those members.
We do.
know who you are.
We do. Describe an ideal member, just come to the gym, every single member. are ideal. Well, we handpick them, right?
That's true.
So. All right, guys. So that's it for today. Those are the questions you guys had for this week. So hit us up on Facebook. Hit us up on Instagram at Revline Fitness. If you guys do have other questions, let us know. Put them in the comments, and then we'll see you next time.